Welcome to the Explainer. Have you ever felt like you're just drowning in a sea of articles and reports you've saved to read later? Well, if that's you, you're going to want to see this. We're diving into a tool from Google that's like a personal AI research assistant, built to make you an expert on the information you already have. So, let's kick things off with a problem that I'm willing to bet is painfully familiar to just about everyone. It's that gap between our best intentions and the harsh reality of information overload. You know how it goes. You stumble upon a fascinating article, a really detailed report, or a video you absolutely have to watch. You think, yep, I'll definitely get to this, and you save it. But let's be real. It just joins this ever-growing pile of content you'll probably never lay eyes on again.
We all kind of dream of just plugging in and instantly absorbing information, you know? Like Neo in The Matrix downloading kung fu straight into his brain. But back in the real world, our saved content usually just gets lost, buried under this avalanche of new stuff, turning into a digital graveyard of good intentions.
But what if we could get just a little bit closer to that Matrix fantasy? Well, this is where a really interesting tool from Google called NotebookLM enters the picture. And here is the absolute key to understanding this tool. Unlike other AIs that go out and scour the entire internet, NotebookLM is grounded. That means it works only on the documents you give it. It becomes a dedicated specialist on your material and your material alone, which gives you incredibly focused insights without all the noise and weirdness of a wide-open search. So you can basically build a custom knowledge library for any project you're working on. You can feed it PDFs, hook it up to your Google Docs, drop in website links. You can even have it pull the entire transcript from a YouTube video. Or, hey, just copy and paste some text. Each one of these notebooks can hold up to 50 different sources, creating this powerful, focused brain for whatever topic you're exploring. Okay, so you've gathered all your sources. But how does this thing actually turn all that raw data into something you can, understand? Let's take a look. Imagine you're a student trying to wrap your head around biology. So you've loaded up all your class materials, a couple of textbooks, some video lectures, all into one spot. NotebookLM can get to work right away. And what's really amazing is its ability to generate some super useful study tools for you with literally a single click.
Just think about this for a second. With one click, you can get a full study guide that summarizes everything from your textbooks and your video lectures. Or it can create an FAQ to help you quiz yourself. If you're studying history, the timeline feature is just incredible. It automatically pulls out and organizes every single date from all of your documents. And all this happens without you having to write a single complicated prompt.
But hey, this isn't just for schoolwork. Think about something we all do, like trying to pick a new phone. You've probably been there, right? Multiple tabs open, trying to juggle all these different specs and features. It's a mess. So instead of doing all that work manually, you just drop the website links for each phone into a notebook. The AI can then whip up a comparison table just like this, or even a mind map of the key features. It pulls out just the relevant data so you can ask it direct questions like, which phone has the better battery? And get a straight, fast answer. Okay, this next part brings us to what might be the most surprising and honestly, innovative feature of them all. It's especially cool for anyone who tries to learn on the go, maybe during a commute or while you're at the gym. Get this. NotebookLM can turn your source materials into an actual audio discussion. And I'm not talking about some boring, robotic text-to-speech voice. No, it generates a whole conversation between two different, natural-sounding hosts who talk through all the key points. The whole idea is that even a really dense, dry subject can be turned into a pretty engaging conversation, perfect for listening on the go. Now, this is where the tool goes from being just a convenient little helper to a real game changer for anyone doing complex research. This is where you can see its true power.
This is a situation any student or researcher knows all too well. You've done the gathering, you've found all the raw material, and normally this is where the really hard work kicks in. Reading everything, trying to connect the dots, and pull it all together.
This leads to what you could call a bingo moment, that flash of insight when you suddenly realize the full potential of what you're looking at. How on earth do you turn that messy pile of 20 different documents into one single coherent idea? Well, you load every single one of them into a single notebook. And just like that, those 20 separate files start acting like one unified brain. Now you can ask it those big picture questions that go across all the sources, like what are the common themes about consumer safety in these reports? Or create a safety checklist for me based on all these articles. This is where it goes way beyond simple search and into true, powerful synthesis.
So what does this all mean when you put it together? It's more than just another cool tool. It's really a totally new way to think about how we interact with information itself.
This really shows the huge shift in how we learn. The old way is passive, right? You read, you highlight, and you just kind of hope you remember where you saw that one key fact. All your information is static and lives in separate little boxes. But this new way, it's active. You're not just reading anymore. You are having a conversation with your documents. You ask it a question, it gives you an answer instantly, and even gives you citations showing you exactly where it found it.
And really, that's the ultimate takeaway here. This tool takes that fantasy question and makes it a practical, powerful reality. It gives you the power to finally unlock all the knowledge that's been hiding away in your own personal library of digital files. So the only question left is, what are you going to ask it first?